Welcome to Mainland, your local regional television station. I'm Graham O'Brien, and some of the stories coming up in today's news. Are hives a problem in built-up areas? Rembrandt remasters open for all to see, counting down to the festival, and more. In a joint operation between Suter Gallery and Nelson Museum, Nelsonians now have the opportunity to see some of the world's most treasured artworks by Dutch artist Rembrandt. The Rembrandt Remastered exhibition opens Monday week, with an official opening taking place Monday night, with dignitaries including the Ambassador of the Kingdom of the Netherlands, who is in town to mark the anniversary of Abel Tasman's arrival in our bay. Chrissy Small spoke to Julie Catchpole, Acting Director of the Suter Gallery, and outgoing CEO Peter Millwood of Nelson Provincial Museum about this new joint exhibition.
We're down here at the museum. I'm with Julie and Peter. Now, you guys have been really instrumental in getting this exhibition up and running here. Tell me, Peter, for a starter, I know this is one of probably the last exhibitions you'll be overseeing, but how difficult was it to get the Rembrandt remastered here?
Well, actually, as it turned out, quite easy. I saw an article in the Dom Post online in which my friend Boyd Clapp was being interviewed about the prospect of bringing this exhibition to New Zealand. I sent him an email and said, we'd like to have it. Had no idea where we'd put it or how we'd manage it at that stage. And he emailed back and said, sounds like a plan, I'd love to, because he brought the Anne Frank exhibition to Nelson. And so I rang Julie, who I've worked with on and off for the best part of 25 years, and said, here's a plan, what say we work on this together?
Well, Julie, this must have been exciting news for you, and of course you've gone through some changes recently, having to leave your precious gallery to relocate, just temporarily of course, and now you've got Rembrandt Remastered arriving. You must have been quite excited.
Well, at first we didn't know what was going to go where, and then as the project's evolved, it's fallen into the two locations quite neatly in a way. We've got the portraits now down at the gallery, and because some of the works are far, far larger than even I imagined, because I haven't had the privilege of seeing very many of his works in real life, it turned out that we had the only big enough walls to put it on, and even then one of our walls wasn't quite high enough.
So you didn't
without modification.
Oh, right.
No, we didn't modify the artwork. We had to modify the gallery.
Right.
Well, in fact, that's an interesting part of the story, because you might check this with Alan Kersons, but the original Night Watch image, which now stands at about 4.6 metres, as it hangs in Holland, is less than that, because at some point in time, something like a couple of feet was trimmed off the top and one edge in order to fit it where it was going to be put.
Oh my goodness.
So when it's been remastered back to its original size, which is huge.
Goodness me. So this is a never-before-seen exhibition, of course, in New Zealand, and this is an ideal opportunity for people to come along. Now, in previous galleries, exhibitions throughout New Zealand, there's been a charge, but I believe there's no charge?
No, it's free for our citizens.
Yeah, which is fantastic. I mean, we've got the sponsorship in place to pay for the hire fee. And when I suggested to Murray Sturgeon from Nelson Pine that we might try and offer it to the regional residents for free, he said we should do that. Oh. And so there we are. So it is, as Julie said, it's a fantastic opportunity.
Right. Okay. So how many paintings remastered have we got here?
Just over 50.
Mm. So this is an ideal opportunity. Probably these paintings have never before been brought together in real life.
No, that would be probably impossible because they're spread both across private collections and public collections, and in Europe, North America, probably in Asia as well now.
And two of the images that are on display, you're not going to see because they were stolen, I think, in the 1990s. A couple of people dressed as policemen went into a gallery and said they were responding to an alarm. When they left, people were alarmed, all right, because two Rembrandts had disappeared. So these images are possibly never going to be seen again.
So each plaque, there's a plaque with each painting. Is that story told next to those paintings so people know which ones they are?
Yes, they are. I think there's a number of wonderful stories that sits behind the whole of this, because if you think about it, Rembrandt was painting these paintings in the 1640s. And 1642 happens to be a very important year because that's when Abel Tasman visited Golden Bay. So while Tasman was visiting New Zealand, Rembrandt was painting enormous artworks back in Holland. I think it's fantastic.
Chrissy also caught up with Alan Kersens, who staged the exhibition.
Alan Kersens, this is a great exhibition. Obviously, you've got a big part to play in this. Can you tell us a bit about your role and what we're looking at here?
Sure. Well, I really got involved with the project when it came to Auckland in terms of staging the whole thing. And when I heard about it, I wanted to get involved because of my Dutch heritage as well. But the great thing about the images in this exhibition is that they're all life size, so it's nicer than actually seeing them in a book. You'll actually get a sense of scale when you see them, and especially for the Night Watch, which is at the Suter Gallery, being the 5 metres by 4 metres, it's huge. But the colours of the images are really have been technically enhanced. I mean, they've been digitally remastered so that the colours that they are, and this is a great example to sort of show how it would have been or how they are now, the ones that you can see, and the colours here is of how they've been digitally enhanced to be as they would have been when they left the master's studio.
So we're talking about a 300-odd-year-old painting, and it's like old photographs. We can see how they deteriorate in colouring. So the paintings are the same. This is an incredible difference.
Absolutely. And there's been a lot of, with the Rembrandt project in Holland, there've been a lot of, what would you say, the techniques used to bring it back to what the colours would have been, to get beyond the layers of lacquer and what they would have used to have covered them, to get back to what the colours would have been like.
Right, because as we know, lacquer usually has a yellowy tinge to it, doesn't it, over the years?
And whatever other materials they would have used at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, and back in those days, a lot of artists just used whatever they could throw at the canvas to get colour. That would explain some of the deterioration as well?
It would. And I believe as part of the restoration project, they were looking or x-raying the images and even finding the length of the brush strokes to authenticate the Rembrandts as well. And with the painting of the faces or the hands or the textures in the clothing, they believe that he would have had several different palettes going at the same time. That would have had different additives as well. So some would have chalk and other different things to create you've got the fine textures of the face and then other textures in the clothing. So it would have been it's quite an interesting project.
Any idea how long it's taken them to remaster these paintings?
I don't actually.
But it would be a substantial amount of time.
A number of years, yeah. That project has been going, yeah.
Gosh, Ellen.
And we've only got like 57 of the works. I think there's about 325 odd that have been attributed to Rembrandt over his lifetime. And there was an exhibition of about 180 in Amsterdam, so we've just got a small selection of those.
Well, we're very fortunate to have these, aren't we?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a great experience, yeah.
Ellen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
With spring in the air, so are the bees. This swarm came from a neighbour's hive and looked set on moving house until a local beekeeper appeared on the scene to put things right. Mainland has recently had comment on our Facebook page from a member of the public regarding numerous hives being placed near his house and business. He talked with the local beekeeper about his concerns and was promised that the hives would be moved. Although the man was happy with the result, he wonders if council rules are a bit thin on the ground around this issue. As we know, bees are important for the pollination of the plants that we eat. However, you're invited to let us know if you live in a built-up area and have a serious issue with multiple beehives close by. After having received reports of large groups of vehicles converging in locations around the region, dumping diesel on the roads and doing burnouts, police have now actively started targeting boy racers. Acting Sergeant Peter Greenland said that as well as being a risk to themselves and other road users, this activity was affecting residents in some of the target areas. These people are making a lot of noise and they're intimidating other road users, treating cars like toys and public roads like their playground, and that's going to end in tears. Over the past week, police have impounded and green-stickered 3 vehicles. The drivers of these vehicles have been summoned to court to face charges which could result in 3 months imprisonment, a $4,500 fine and a minimum disqualification of 6 months, plus impoundment of a vehicle. Police encourages anyone who witnesses any dangerous driving to call police immediately. Nelson police are investigating an incident in which a man was seriously assaulted in a roadside attack Thursday afternoon last week. The incident occurred on Gardner Valley Road about 3 p.m. and police are appealing to anyone with information that may help identify the attacker to come forward. The victim of the attack was driving a white ute on the coastal highway. He overtook what is believed to be a maroon-coloured Suzuki Vitara, which was travelling slowly. The driver of the Suzuki then overtook the ute and both vehicles pulled off the highway and stopped on Gardner Valley Road. A male got out of the Suzuki car and assaulted the driver of the ute before taking his keys and driving off. The victim sustained multiple blows to the head along with damage to his vehicle. The offender is described as part Māori, about 6 feet tall and of solid build. He was possibly wearing grey track pants and a Chiefs training jersey. Anyone who witnessed the incident or anyone who has information that may help identify the offender is asked to contact Senior Constable Ruben McCormack of Nelson Police. The Nelson Marlborough Rescue Helicopter attended a call out around 5 p.m. Sunday to an accident on State Highway 6 in the Rye Valley. A vehicle had left the road and collided with a concrete power pole. The sole occupant of the vehicle was assessed initially by ambulance road crew prior to the arrival of the helicopter, and then the male driver was then flown to Nelson Hospital Emergency Department in a stable condition. Earlier Sunday afternoon around 1 p.m, a Richmond man was airlifted by rescue helicopter after falling off a motorcycle in the Maitai Valley area. He had been off-road riding with friends when he fell negotiating steep terrain. The helicopter paramedic assessed and treated the man for a major fracture of his right leg. The pair were then underslung and airlifted out of the scene due to the steep bush-clad terrain before being flown to Nelson Hospital. Only 1 week to go before Nelson Arts Festival kicks off around town. I caught up with Axel, who is the team leader for festivals for Nelson City Council. Axel, the Nelson Arts Festival is nearly upon us once again. Can you give us a bit of a lowdown on what we can expect this year?
Sure thing, Graham. Yes, circus, theatre, performance, music, dance. It's all there and it's coming fast and it's fantastic. We've sold out quite a few shows already, so it's now time to rush in and have a look for the shows that are still available. Some really new original stuff happening, such as the Billboard Project. That is 6 artists coming by the Maitai River, and they're going to show how they paint. So you're going to be able to witness the making of a beautiful artwork. Then there's the students, NMIT and high school students, gathered over the last 3 months to put out a public installation on Trafalgar Street. It's a secret, but watch this space Friday morning during the mass parade. It's based on the topic, the world of books. It's going to be fantastic. Yeah.
Well, that sounds really fun. And not just the paying events, but I know there's a lot of free events down here at Founders as well.
Absolutely, Graham, you're dead right. There's Pig's Granary Gigs just next to here. Beautiful, always very successful, very well visited. Then we have the Page and Blackmore's Readers and Writers program. Great people, writers are going to come. It's a fantastic opportunity to buy, to listen, to engage with those authors. So yes, definitely big on the local, low-cost events, definitely.
Axel, thanks very much, and we'll put up where people can find out more about this event.
Absolutely. You go on the website, there's brochures. So website www.nelsonartsfestival.co.nz. There's brochures all over the place. Eyesight, a stall market on Saturday, the stall at the market on Saturday morning. Don't forget that one. Plenty of opportunities. Read the newspaper, go on the internet, you'll find out about us.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, and see you there.
After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Edward Gibbon, the bathroom specialists, have a great range of bathroom ideas at their showroom at 23 McGlashan Ave in Richmond. Call in and check out some of the latest bathroom designs and fittings. Edward Gibbon, the bathroom plumbing and drainage supply specialists, 23 McGlashan Ave, Richmond.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialists, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Are you looking for a scooter, walker, wheelchair, baby seats or pushchairs? Then come in and see the Nelson Region Specialists at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library. We have a huge selection of scooters, walkers, wheelchairs and accessories, along with a free booklet guide. We also provide a breakdown service if you ever get a puncture or a flat battery. We have fully equipped service vans to rescue you. Hi, I'm Robin Jordan and I invite you to call in and see the friendly team at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library.
Welcome me hearties to Smuggler's Pub and Cafe, famous for hearty meals, craft ales and a friendly service way. Sensational seasonal menus with meals all day and evening too, or sail in for a snack with special menus for young smugglers and you. Settle in for a jolly old time, relax and enjoy our award-winning dining and lovely fine wine. Decked out in an old worldly way, we're open 7 days. Book or come on in to 8 Muritai Street, not far from a beach walk or swim. Phone 546408.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables, and much, much more.
JCar. 120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
Victory 60 Plus is on Tuesdays at 1:30 through to 3:30 p.m. at 238 Upper Vanguard Street. You can join in for cards, games and a cuppa.
Alcohol in the Teenage Brain, Tuesday the 13th at Nelson College. Nathan Wallace of the New Zealand Brain Trust will cover what alcohol does to the teenage brain and strategies for the most effective ways to communicate with your young person. Following the presentation, a panel of 4 from organisations in our community will address specific issues from their perspectives. The panel and keynote speaker will address questions from the audience. Doors open at 6:30, admission is free. On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
G'day, it's your old mate the Mad Butcher, and you're watching Mainland TV.
Are you tired of endless reality shows? Would you prefer to watch captivating documentaries?
They have swallowed cars.
Exciting movies.
Go ahead, load up and shoot.
Music for the soul.
And if you think I ate your fish and chips, I did, you're mistaken.
Programming from around the world. Places to visit. Local news and views.
I'm Graham O'Brien and today's bulletin. Do you want to change the flag?
No, I don't want to change the flag.
Stay tuned to Mainland TV, your local station.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Nelson Tire Center. Great prices, great service. Buy your own Bryford trailer. All types, all sizes. See Colin Douglas for your tires and batteries.
This is a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. It's large internal access double garage. It fits 2 cars nicely with a little workshop bench at the end of it. In this room we have 2 large lazy boys, a 3-seater and a 2-seater leather lounge suite, 50-inch Samsung TV and a heat pump. Features are a cathedral ceiling and of course that beautiful view.
For relatively little cost, you too can sell your house. Do it yourself. You're the best person to promote and sell your own house. Your personal endorsement is the best selling proposition. Put yourself on screen and sell it. You know the attractions of your house. You know it better than anybody else. So, get up there and tell us all about it. Sell it.
Upstairs we have 3 bedrooms. One of these has a full ensuite, that's the master bedroom, with large bifold doors. Now out these bifold doors you get to a wraparound deck area that faces northwest, and this is lovely in the morning for sitting and having your coffee.
Hawk Films is now producing for you an advertising package and a broadcasting service at a price far lower than you would expect. We will produce your advertising video and feature it across TV, radio and electronic media. Your message will be up to 3 minutes long and it'll be broadcast 5 times a day on radio and TV. 5 times a day. And it will be listed online all day, every day, for exposure to your potential buyers. You can also use the ad and the photos to promote your house on radio, TV, Trade Me and other real estate sites. We can also offer drone aerial shots for a totally different viewpoint from the one you would normally see. Selling your house is up to you and your solicitor. We're here to merely add value to your advertising strategy. Give me a call and let's get your property on the market. Or better still, email or text me and I'll call you back.
Edward Gibbon, the bathroom specialist, have a great range of bathroom ideas at their showroom at 23 McGlashan Ave in Richmond. Call in and check out some of the latest bathroom designs and fittings. Edward Gibbon, the bathroom plumbing and drainage supply specialist, 23 McGlashan Ave, Richmond.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics, toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more.
JCar. 120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
Hi, I'm John Crouch. I'm Crafer Crouch Construction. We're general contractors here. We specialise in drainage, earthworks, concrete, gravel supplies. We have our own mobile crushers. So for all your contract requirements, call us on 5783 475 Blenheim or in 5736 119 Picton.